like, I guess for starters, getting this installed was like way bigger pain than I expected it to be. Um, some of it's like fine, I guess. Like, you have to use their like web patcher or whatever, because I guess N64 patching is just like, this is so loud. 1 second. I already turned the game like down and it's still like insanely loud. And yeah, you go to like their like install instructions and they just like it's fine on your end. Well, it's loud on my end. I guess I can adjust it here. But yeah, it was like they list like a ton of emulators that no one uses as like the recommended emulator. And I'm like, what? And like all like the popular emulators, they're like, you don't use any of these. But it works on hardware, but I don't have hardware, so it is what it is. But then like after that, I was like going through each emulator they suggested like one at a time. And like none of them were working for various reasons. Like the controller configuration wasn't working or like whatever. But I found one that did, and it's fine. It's just Mupen essentially. Like just Mupen on like standalone. And I'm like, that's fine. I don't have a huge problem with it. But it was a bit awkward getting it set up. And then like in the instructions they're like, I guess there's a bit of like hacker dream being involved here because like it supports is still loud. All right, see what I'm saying? It was really loud. The game supports like every peripheral known to man, like for whatever reason. Like it supports an N64 mouse. It supports like the voice recognitions like thing where you can like literally shout Ikiari or objection. Oh no, it only accepts objection if you're using an English ROM, and it only accepts Ikiari if you're using a Japanese ROM, which is like okay, whatever. And there's all this like whole thing. It supports like all these things, and like none of them are needed. It's fine. I'm like, what? Like, wow, this is like a lot went into this. But then it also supports this device which I've never heard of, which is a like, I think they call it the transfer pack. The bongos is not N64, that's GameCube. It supports a transfer pack, which is like an add-on that you go into the rumble pack of your controller, and you plug in a Game Boy cartridge into that port, and then the console could like read the memory off of your like Game Boy cart. It's like for Pokemon Stadium. Yes, like I think Pokemon Stadium could use it for like transferring like your Pokemon data off of it. Just like, I didn't know Mario Golf had a thing for that, but it's like, okay, so apparently there's like a thing in this game that uses that, and setting up is like a pain, like no matter what like setup you're using. And I'm like, you're using physical hardware, you're like, who owns this thing kind of thing. But if you're using virtual console setup, then like that gets patched out, so because the virtual console doesn't support that. So if you're using virtual console, then like that feature is just disabled essentially, and like anywhere where the game would ask you to use that feature, it just like gives it whatever it's supposed to give you for free. But on every other platform, they're like, please use this feature. It like enhances the experience of the bonus content. I don't know what bonus content is in the game yet, but I'm sitting here and they have this like one section of the README that's like, okay, but what if I don't have this stuff? Like, can I just not use it? And like the description is like, if you don't have the stuff, you really should get the stuff. It makes it better. And I'm just like, what is happening here? But it has like, they have like a secret code that you can enter like on the title screen or whatever that like does the same thing that the Wii U Virtual Console has, where like disables the feature. But like they don't even tell you the code. They like make it like a cryptic riddle still. And I'm like, they like really don't want you to not use this feature. Like they really want you to use this feature. It's crazy. And I'm like, bro, I don't have like a repository of Game Boy games. Like I just don't have that. Like I can set up the weird transfer cart thing up, but I don't have these games. So it's irrelevant. So I don't know. I don't know. It says not for the main game. It just says for bonus content, which bonus content could mean like an extra case for all I know. But whatever that is, I'm either going to use the code, try to figure out what the heck they're talking about in the README, or just not do it at all. But I'll admit, like just going through like that setup process was a hard barrier of entry. Like that's like me coming into the game with like an already like negative opinion before I even started the game, which like kind of sucks because like I know the developers are just like trying to like show off like the cool things that they're working on, but it's just like it needs to be like I need to be able to just sit down and play the game. Like you can't have all these like forced features that I need to figure out how to set up. Well, the problem is all the regular emulators for N64 suck. That, like, I don't entirely blame the developers for that because, like, all the Pop-O stuff that people use, like P64, BizHawk, RetroArch, they're all just really bad emulators. So, like, I don't blame them for being like, we designed it to work on hardware, and the only emulators that, like, actually don't suck ass are like these ones that like aren't the mainstream ones. But some of them were kind of weird. Like they actually didn't say P64 was bad. They're like, we recommend you use P64-EM. And I'm like, what's -EM? And it's like, yeah. And I'm like, what is this version? It's like, it's a fork of P64, I guess by the Majora's Mask OOT community, which is just, as far as I can tell, just P64 with Lua support. Which I'm like, neat. This game doesn't need that, right? Why are they asking for this version? And in the description is the reason for using that one over the other one is like, I think they said something like for convenience or whatever. And I'm like, what does that mean? I felt like a bit of like a crusade of trying to get people to switch to this alternate emulator. But yeah, they had Simple 64 on there, which I don't know, that they have Mupin, and then I tried Project 64 EM and it didn't support my control. It didn't support anything. I tried going to input stuff and like I literally couldn't set keyboard keys, I couldn't set controller keys, I couldn't set anything. Like the whole input recognition system just fucking didn't work. So I just like gave up after like 10 minutes. But I tried BizHawk against the recommendation, and to their credit, BizHawk, let me tell you, it worked, but the game took like, everything took forever to load. It was like unplayable. So I was like, all right, fair enough. But yeah, I don't know. It was a journey. It was more than I would have liked. Opening theme, pretty cool. I like the remix. Some sort of like remix of, you know, the normal file select theme. Settings. Wow, this is really laggy. Whoa, what is happening? Why is it like jumping like... You turn anti-aliasing on and off. Oh, it has widescreen support? That's cool. Change. Okay, whatever. Don't care. Weird. Neat. Again, like, sure, why not? Alright. New game. See what we got ourselves into. Do not turn the console off during scene transitions. Cool. You're not going to be like, if this symbol appears on the screen, don't, like, press any buttons. Okay. Objective. Close. Oh my god. Oh my god! Alright, well, I guess balance the killer. Off for their head. Court record. Okay. Proof that I can stand in court as an attorney. Profiles. History. They have like a full chat history? That's crazy. I do not know what rule of law exists in this land, but man, if this is America, this is worse than Phoenix Wright. How? Sometime later. Oh, that is some classic Ace Attorney poses right there. Aren't looking good. We haven't even started. Is it because you have no evidence to prepare? As one does. Can't believe Epona killed her father. Hell yeah. Evidence. That's what we're talking about. Excellent. He's a 7 year. Why are you acting like you're Babby's first attorney right now? Hell yeah, I'm glad they gave him the Zora tunic. Gotta give him the blue suit. Dragmire. Agreed. Throw them both in jail. Good cinema. You're getting wind. That's probably the angle of the mic. Hold on, I can fix that. Thank you for subtitling that. I would have never known what he said. Can't be on the side of justice. Yes, agreed. He really is Ganondorf. I don't think Ganondorf has ever given the name Dragmire that I'm aware of. But I haven't read all the manga, I guess. In the manual, huh? Whoops. Wait, this is where we can look at history to figure out what. Look, we can see the statement we missed. Who wears full armor? The Sheikah Force. Hella. We have our first cop. And so far, this is pretty faithful to the Ace Attorney series. Whatever you pretend to do. Okay, I mean, it's a high-profile case. Because Zelda's a witness. Mm-hmm. I mean, there's no way you can keep all the knives away from the assassin. Okay. Who can even corroborate that alibi if there's no one else there? Wasn't she found with a poacher saw? It's a hell of a stabby weapon. Court record. I should look at this. Mm-hmm. Deep irregular wound made by a small sharp metal object. Victim died from loss of no. How would you know they were stabbed by something metal? Is that like a thing you can determine? I guess like there's like traces of like, does metal really leave much of a trace? Like, I don't know. I feel like that's a pretty impressive autopsy report. No later than 8. Okay. I wonder when what timelines that contradicts. Clean of blood. Didn't they just say that it had blood on it? Milk bottles. Was that on the list? No. But milk bottles are very opaque. You can easily hide something in a bottle, such as a knife. Go over what? Sure, yes. Let's listen to your explanation. Classic. Thing that is almost never done, and when it comes up, everyone gets stuck. Presenting profiles. They did a good job with like all the expressions and animations. And the writing's pretty good in terms of like, again, matching like the style of Ace Attorney. Reason for arrest. Should I just like press everything, or do you want me to actually like just go to the thing? Oh, it's L. I thought I said L or Z. Okay. I mean, she could have been transported in a thing. But there's no reason yet to assume that it happened elsewhere, even though that probably did. Let's hear this alibi. Quick little murder. Why couldn't there have been enough time? Could have gone up at like 2 a.m. We don't know when he died. He just died before 8. Hmm. It's a pretty bad alibi. Pretending to be unconscious. How can you hold that weapon and say that with a smiling face? Yes, but there's no blood on the saw either. There's like 4 things that they said is wrong. I don't know which one they want me to contradict. They want me to do something with the saw, so I'll probably either present the saw or the list of inventory. You saw one small thing? Oh my god, they have puns and everything. So I assume you play this in Japanese. Is this game actually like translated? Oh, they do like that thing that the newer games do where they tell you which things that you've well, let's start with this. Okay. Well, it must be how it happened. Part of the fence around the horse paddocks. I guess that's like the center area. Okay. But how come there's no blood on the saw then? That's funny. I like this judge more than the incompetent idiot. Can we talk about how it's a stab wound? You can stab with a saw? That is kind of the question. Like, clearly the wound profile will not match, even slightly. And also, it's sort of impossible. Wait, do you see who's in the gallery? The fucking they had the, like, what's that guy called? The Unibo, or no, not Unibo, that's Breath of the Wild. The stupid guy from Phantom Hourglass, the Yeti people. What? I mean, I understand he's Ganondorf, but that was a very strange statement. Scene behind the door. Is that the only reason why they had the 8 a.m. number? Is because of the witness? I don't know why the autopsy would say that. So you're claiming that you saw her axe. You're claiming that you saw her axe him with a saw when he has stab wounds. Okay, just making sure we're on the same page. I'm pretty sure Gandalf is like, that testimony was bullshit, and this is a problem. Now the question is, why is she lying? Is it just the usual, like, Phoenix Wright, like, I thought perjury cause lol was funny? Mm-hmm. Okay. It just happens to be like, what, a bottle of blood? What is it? Okay. Okay, so he left no earlier than 6 a.m. to get this perfume. I haven't actually looked at this yet. Left a crime scene. Okay. Nothing weird. True. So how much if I get things wrong? Do I like lose hearts? I don't have like hearts in the corner. Calm down. Ooh. Accuse Zelda. Let's ask about the crime scene. Okay, sorry. I like had trouble parsing that. Okay, but then there would be blood on the saw. She like passed out like right away. Good one. Okay. Then it hacked the chest with the saw. I mean, maybe. I mean, I think the fact that she showed up at 8, she died at exactly 8, like, a little after 8. Okay. So yeah, that's the contradiction. But what do I put it on? Do I put it on this line? Or do I put it on the line where she said she saw the crime? I'm gonna put on the 8 line just because that is like the number. Is this Ace Attorney? Yeah, basically. But you must. Yeah. I mean, I assume the way this is gonna end up playing out is all the blood on Talon is actually Malon's blood, and he died like well earlier. Uh-huh. It had to have happened. What? What? Why did it have to have happened shortly before you showed up? Please elaborate on that line. Time to ruin the reputation of the crown. Death Molehill. Who made this? Great question. I think it's like a newer team. I don't know who's on it though. Man, their website does not have like any attribution on it. Is there like a repo? Maybe it's in the README somewhere. I don't remember seeing that in the README. Yeah, no idea. Yeah, it's a PDF. It's got pictures in it, so I guess it's fair. What would you say? The victim still had the murder weapon embedded in his body. Okay. Yeah, the garlic bread page confused me. I don't know what that's a reference to. Self-locking gates. Someone else showed up? Well, yes, Ingo. But... And also the perfume. Yeah, let's go with that. I guess not. He literally left and came back. That was the question. So someone came in before 8. That's fine. Rip. Oh, you can't save scum. Unbelievable. So does this just contradict the Saw? I think that's... Yeah, or this. Yeah, sure, try it. There's a whole bunch of contradictions. I don't know which one they want me to press specifically, but that seems reasonable. It's not really a contradiction, but it contradicts the prosecution's claim. Womp womp. Goodbye. You know, I don't think Ace Attorney's ever had people do perjury because of daddy issues. Yeah, I don't remember what those Eskimos were called. I was wondering that too. Oh yeah, I removed a piece of evidence in the crime scene to preserve it. It's true. All I found was a bloody dagger. Main discovery process. Perfume? Hmm. Okay. You said a magic word that you shouldn't have said. A rake is a thing that's on the premises that could have been used as a weapon. Okay. It's not obvious what that leads to. You gonna do for everything? The Kaku game. Okay. Running backwards even. Oh, okay. I'm gonna look this over a while. I'm just no, not that one. This one. What's in this inventory again? This really seems that weird on that list. Besides the random knife. Doop. Sounds like a fun case. There's no way that Ganondorf isn't just the murderer in that case, though, right? Just took the door. I thought it was just like a puff of smoke. Okay, so like all the milk is fake, which removes the alibi, I guess. And figure out like what exactly they did to fake it. I don't know what that's about. Yay, we got healed. I'm gonna take a quick break. Okay. What's up, Blue? Like family, like a inheritor of a will, you know? That kind of family. So there's some significance to the fact that he built a silo, but I don't know what it is yet. Why Dragmire? Because I guess that's his last name. First name Ganondorf. I'm not sure. Or maybe the other way around. Is Dragmire Ganondorf? Apparently it's a reference to Link to the Past, or someone was saying that there was in one manual or whatever. I'm not sure what it's a reference to. Okay. That's very recent. Children these days murdering their parents. It's true. Better not bring attention to it. Ingo is pretty great, isn't he? Yeah, Ingo's awesome, but I still hate you. Yeah, that definitely happened. Flame. Okay, politics. Add everything. This is the first case. He gave more money to Ingo, I wouldn't have killed him. I mean, what? That's the... Is that the eye drops? But like recolored? Alright. What's our angle of attack? I mean, the perfume was for the princess, but this evidence doesn't prove that. The only person who would testify this much is Malin, which isn't really evidence. Sure. He doesn't know. Doesn't really affect his case in any way. Means he had no time to have an argument. Talons, tastes, and gifts. who's also not there to be argued. Boom. Okay, well, apparently we're arguing something different than I was trying to argue. Oh, controller bindings. Age question mark. Also true, but I mean, he saw it afterwards, surely. Would it have shown up here? Probably not. Find the receipt, ask at the store, smell the perfume. I mean, I don't know where I'd find the receipt. This seems like a weird one to get punished for. Like, this could lead to an event where, like, somehow smelling the perfume was like, there's no way this was open previously, kind of thing. And, like, potentially it has something to do with the burnt fire. But these are, like, the more, like, normal things, dude. Like, we can ask for another witness to corroborate when he bought. Or just have the physical receipt if it exists. Like, these two feel like the same answer, which makes me feel like this is the correct answer. Whatever, we have health. I like how they had an entire scene for this. That's some effort. All right, let's go find the receipt. No regrets. Receipt was burned. Oh, it's real. A weird thing to be upset about. Gandalf's like, death. Your Honor? Yo, let's go Rosie Rupee Land. The best Zelda game. Yeah, I like the idea of getting really hitting Tingle as well. It's pretty good. The day of the murder. Wait, when did you say? Briefly went back to the ranch house for something and saw the bottle then. When? Like, I'm confused when this time period is, because he came back and then got murdered and then the guards are on the scene. Chansu. My non-suspicious movements. Okay, sure. Just it's got hots for Impa. Can't put a flawless story like that together unless it's true. Oh, okay. He probably just watered it down. He didn't actually. I was wondering how he made the water white. He just watered down milk. That makes sense. It's true. Yeah, 1% milk. It's true. It's literally just wasting money. It's stealing from the company. Exactly. Have to pay for the water? Yeah, but water is way cheaper than milk. It's like a puzzle. Any of your things? I guess from upstairs, right? It's always important. Truth. Simply eat cake. Evidence or profile. Be like the. Did you like have a room in the silo? is true. Did you have to handle this, or I don't think so. Stayed there until the courier came. It's not this. Because he made a fire? Like, that's not like part of his testimony anywhere. I'm so confused by the timing of this thing. Like, I don't know when there would have been a time when he could have walked into the room. See, I'm confused by this line because I thought I didn't think he stayed in the house. But I don't have like evidence about that or a person that says anything about that. I mean, he changed his clothes, I guess. Oh. God, yeah, because he's changed his clothes, and he says his hasn't been back there at all. Okay. I think that's what they're saying. I don't know which line to put it on then. Probably this one. I mean, this is the line that was added. Let's try putting on this line. Okay. It might have accepted either line, but this was the line that was added. It's a tricky one. Okay, you have the receipt. No. Evidence that he couldn't. This one. Okay, but surely the witnesses would contradict that. That's like easy to disprove. Oh my god, he said perjury. They said the word. Oh shit, it's the logic thing from Miles. I think that's the game that had that. Or did that come up in like Ace Attorney 5 and 6? I don't remember if they did that in those games. Why would you be doing what? Oh, I can't look at history anymore. Rip. I don't know what the question was. Oh, why is he patching up his hole? Oh, I mean... Yeah, sure, I'll just accuse him. Why not? In our head. Shoutouts to Scar's Sword. They were eaten by a cow. Correct. Yeah, no, I think this was a thing in like Ace Attorney 6. I don't remember. I feel like it was in multiple games. The Miles game had a thing where you like combine, like, you like combined like you had like a set of words and you had to combine pairs of words together. I think that's how it worked in that game. But where's the steak bone? Meat and bone. Oh my god. That's a much worse reference, holy crap. True. Indeed. Okay, which line? I guess this line. There's also this point where he literally shipped it to the wrong place because I guess he didn't really do it, but let's do the more obvious thing first. Just a sip. Glug, glug, glug. And that's how you poison him exactly. Is this our cornered theme? Oh shit. New mechanic. Oh, I guess press. Okay. Saws on this list somewhere. It's one wood saw. I guess so. Whoa. That was a cool effect. But it was Ingo who wrote it. Sorry, that's not what I meant to press. Present it again. Is there something that just is a contradiction here? I guess the fact that the saw is in inventory? I don't think that would be an issue. I mean, I assume it's just the fact that Ingo's name's the one who did it. Oh shit! We get the point. This is the section, I guess, where you could have used the N64 mouse for this one specific thing. What in Din's name? Did call it. Yeah, except for no one drank it. That was a cool mechanic. Like rapid fire, like evidence presenting. Cool. You know, knowing this like group who made this, that text is probably like using the, whatever standard Hylian translator like font is. I'm kind of curious what the text says. Is it really just revenge over not being paid? Wait, that text disappeared on his own. Whoa, I'm drifting? Oh my god, why am I drifting? What's happening? Mouse controls, no! Alright, well, let's do this like red splotch. That's right, they hid a knife in the milk. What are you doing? Yeah, I figured. Cabbage shock. We were talking about a cow. Oh no, a horse probably. They sell horses. Unbelievable. I jumped the gun there a little. That's definitely an Ace Attorney breakdown. Moral of the story, don't give your employees vacation hours. Yay. Weirdly both ominous and not at the same time. Or what's up, dude? Oh, damn. Okay. For generations, huh? The real reason they kidnapped Zelda. I mean, I liked how he like was like, I don't know. He was like, oh yeah, it was a good thing that the truth came out essentially, and the innocent was not convicted. It's like an unexpected, you know, empathy from Ganon. Well, dang, that was a really fun case. Hey, we have credits. You have to beat the game to see the credits. They're nowhere else. I mean, I doubt I know any of these people, but yeah, I mean that was really like well done. It was fun. It's a good case. That was very faithful to like both the series of Ace Attorney and Zelda. Like, I don't know, characterization was fun. A lot of polish in like the animations, the music, the writing. I don't know the name of this guy. I forgot. I'd like look up the wiki or something. There were some tricky like questions, but like overall, it all felt pretty fair. So yeah. Anouki. Okay. That sounds familiar. Funny. Yeah, use that letter shatter technique. OT NPC maker. Man, I'm like completely out of the loop when it comes to like the tech for like OT stuff, apparently. Font work sync. Funny. Yay. It's a me. Extra one. Yeah, I wasn't sure how long this was. So I think the extra is the thing that needs the card reader. And this is where I'm gonna get like owned. But I'll just check it out until I hit a wall. What? Never mind. Okay. Yeah. Uh-huh. But why? Yeah, use that Triforce wipe. Yeah. A weird wipe that like exists in the game for some reason. Man, these are really slippery corners. And just like air control's like very weird. I mean, it's funny, but it also is not the platforming controls that I would like. Alright, well, this is funny, but not super interested. I wonder, like, I guess if you beat it, it keeps giving you like more like mini games. It's probably like a lot of bunch of like random mini games included because like, why not? Yeah, I wasn't sure how long this was. I wasn't sure if it was like 1 case or 3 cases or what it was, because it was like I was asking like someone. I was like, hey, how long do you think this is? So I can like kind of plan a stream around it, and they're like, it's like 5 to 6 hours ish. So I was kind of like expecting to be 2 cases with kind of how pacing was going, but I guess it just matters how like quickly you go through it. Like I guess if you're like voice acting it, it goes way longer or something. I don't know. Talents is knockoff Mario. Yeah, it's like it's just like it's kind of a random joke, but yeah. Well, that was fun. The implications at the end was that, you know, there's gonna be, you know, a sequel that'll have another case. And I think it's good that they're doing this like 1 case at a time and not like trying to like release like a 5 case game all at once or whatever, because that'd probably be too much. But yeah, this was super good. Like honestly, like if I put this like toe to toe with like Ace Attorney, like this is way better than most Ace Attorney cases. This is just really well done. Like it doesn't matter that the case wasn't like ridiculously convoluted that made us go on a journey from like scene to scene to scene of like different people being accused of murder. It's just really well done. Yeah. I mean, like if this very much could have been like a crossover game, like a that was like officially sanctioned. It was good. Agreed. Like I was expecting to be full of way more like, you know, yeah, a lot of ROM hacks tend to have a lot of just internet memes or just like, you know, memes around like the community and stuff, and like I don't know, like the jokes felt like Ace Attorney jokes. They felt like what I would see from a normal, you know, officially like Capcom game or whatever. It was good. Talon dying can't be canon. Yeah, that would imply Mario died. That would be pretty bad. Yeah, I don't know. I'm sure they're working on a sequel, I hope, but I wouldn't expect anything soon. This must have taken a long time. Yeah, the walking backwards line was funny. That's true. That line would not have come out of Nintendo. That is a joke that only would have come out of the ROM hacking community. Still, it was yeah, that was good. For those who like missed a lot of the case, I recommend checking it out. It was fun. It's fun to play through.